A concerned parent is going public with her upsetment tonight after learning of a COVID outbreak at a church summer camp. Talking about hundreds of kids from several different churches, including at least one church here from the Bay. They may have all been exposed to COVID up at Hume Lake, that is east of Fresno in the Sierra.
Yeah, the mom now telling KRON 4 News that this was dangerous and avoidable. KRON 4's Dan Thorne live for us in Castro Valley tonight. He joins us now with more. Dan?
Well, Vicki and Grant, this mother's concern is over proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test. She believes that this lake and also these churches, including Three Crosses here in Castro Valley, may have allowed students without showing proof of vaccination or proof of a negative COVID-19 test to go to camp and then expose hundreds of other kids that were at that camp with them. And she tells us that this apparent lack of oversight put her daughter at risk and also hundreds of other kids at risk as well. At least 3 campers at Hume Lake Christian camps have tested positive for COVID-19. Three Crosses Church in Castro Valley had hundreds of their kids at the camp in the Sierra National Forest last week. 4 days into the trip on July 15th, Hume Lake notified parents of the positive tests. By Tuesday morning, Three Crosses alerted attendees and families of an outbreak at the lake.
Well, I think Hume needs to definitely answer for their actions. They put a lot of people in danger, a lot of kids at risk.
A concerned mother who wanted to remain anonymous says the lake and the church should not have allowed unvaccinated kids or kids without a negative COVID test to go to the camp. She says this email from Three Crosses Church was sent to some parents, but not her, before the week-long getaway, asking for only proof of a test, not proof of a negative result. It also asks if a parent thinks their child was in contact with someone who has COVID to only evaluate if the child should go to camp.
If a parent knew that their kid was exposed and sent them anyways, then yeah, you're at fault too. But I don't place blame on the parents. I place blame on Hume and the churches for letting this be the guidelines.
The lake has responded by saying all necessary precautions were taken to keep campers safe. A statement from Hume Lake reading in part, quote, "We require a vaccination or negative COVID test within 3 days of attending camp at Hume Lake. We initiated contact tracing by a team of trained professionals to identify people who may have been exposed to the positive campers, and those individuals were sent home per our protocols. We have also performed targeted cleaning and disinfecting of the areas in which the positive individuals had recently been, in addition to our already enhanced cleaning procedures." The mother argues without a proof of a negative test or vaccination, a child should have never been on the bus or at the camp in the first place. She says the policy is reckless and she would have never sent her teenage daughter to the camp knowing this beforehand. She's now worried hundreds of kids, including her own, may have been put at risk.
What are you thinking, getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids together without proving that they do not have COVID?
Hume Lake says that of the 3 students that have tested positive at the camp, none of them are from Three Crosses, but a Three Crosses spokesperson just reached out to us here a short while ago saying that some of the students that have returned from the camp that are a part of their church have tested positive for COVID-19. So in the meantime, they will be canceling over the next 2 weeks any weekly meetings between junior high school and high school aged students here at the church. Reporting live in Castro Valley, Dan Thorne, KRON 4 News.